Welcome to Sean 47. Today's just going to be a quick video. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about my latest acquisition for my paper banknotes collection. So, my local coin shop closed down during COVID and didn't immediately reopen after when businesses started opening again. About a year and a half later, they reopened as a gold and silver exchange rather than as a coin shop. So their primary focus now is on buying and selling gold and silver, obviously. They do still have some numismatic things in the store, but not a lot. They have basically a section of coin collecting supplies like flips and folds and things like that, and they have like 2 small glass cabinets with some coins and some banknotes, but not a lot, and it's not really their primary focus anymore. And the new location, it's the same owners as the previous coin store, but their new location is a lot smaller and very crowded. It's hard to even get in and look in these glass cases because he's got boxes piled up around them, and it's just, his primary focus is buying and selling gold, so that's what he does. And if you want the numismatic stuff, it's a bit of a struggle. He's also the owner of this shop is also very, very intimidating. He's one of those you need to be a member of the club kind of thing. If you're one of his friends or a regular customer he's dealt with for years, he's very good. He's very good with you. If you're a stranger, you're gonna feel very unwelcome in this store. I've been there many times, but not regularly. Like over the years, I've probably been there a dozen times or so in this location and the previous location, but probably not often enough that he even realizes I'm someone who's been there before. So I'm a stranger every time I go in this shop. But so I'm treated as, almost like an intruder, like, why are you in my store kind of thing. Unless I walk in with a big handful of gold and say, hey, I'm here to sell, I'll kind of, I'll be ignored while he's dealing with other customers, or given kind of a cold attitude, like stared at and watched while I'm looking at things on the shelf or in the glass cases. So I went in on Tuesday. I happened to be selling a couple of small items. I do that occasionally. I'll call some things from my collection in order to make room for better stuff, or the economy is not very good right now, so occasionally I'll sell an ounce or 2 of silver to pay a bill, or sell a bit of constitutional. And so I've been in there before. I've sold to him before. As soon as he sees that I'm there to sell, he's very nice to me. But if I'm in there just browsing, then I'm treated like an intruder. So I went in on Tuesday. I had a couple of ounces I was selling, but he was dealing with another customer when I first walked in. So I got the cold shoulder treatment at first because he didn't realize I was selling, and I was there looking through some stuff while I waited. He finished up with that customer and then turned to me like, give me the "can I help you?" suspicion, and I immediately pulled out the couple of coins I was selling, and he was then happy to see me, and we made a deal. He gave me a good price. Once he realizes you're there to sell, he's very nice and friendly and everything. It's just I've gotten used to it at this point. It's just the way this store is. But I sold a couple pieces Tuesday, but while I was waiting, I happened to notice an item in the glass case that I was very interested in. I collect banknotes as well, not just coins, and I don't just stack silver or collect coins. I also collect banknotes. In particular, Canadian banknotes, obviously, because I'm Canadian, and I also collect banknotes with dictators on them, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, so in my collection, I mainly have smaller bills because I'm poor. I mainly have smaller bills because I just don't have the disposable income to spend on the big ticket items, you know. But he had a 1975 Canadian $50 bill. I only have, I think, one other $50 bill in my coin collection. I don't have any hundreds or thousands. And this particular one is one of my absolute favorite banknotes. I have never, well, I can't say I've never owned one in my collection. You know, back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, I've probably spent them a couple times, but I've never actually had one as part of my coin collection. And he had two of them in his glass display, and they were both very reasonably priced. So, well, reasonably priced to me. I've had others tell me I'm an idiot for spending more than face value on a banknote because they just don't understand. But this is the RCMP Musical Ride banknote, 1975, from the Scenes of Canada series. And it's one of the most beautiful and iconically Canadian notes ever made. I mean, what is more iconically Canadian than the RCMP Musical Ride? It is just, it's not even about the banknote, it's the artwork. It is just an absolutely beautiful piece. And so I was looking at it, but I wasn't there to buy at that moment, so I went back next day instead. I went back on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Friday now. I didn't get a chance to record this till now. I wanted to do it right away, but I've been busy. So I went back Wednesday, and yeah, I pulled the trigger. I bought the banknote. So I was just editing my video, and I realized I never finished the story I was talking about in the video. The coin shop owner, always very intimidating. And then I went in on Wednesday, and I bought this banknote, and I was chatting with the owner and another man who happened to be in the store at the same time, and talking about why I like this banknote so much. And the other man was asking me a bit about my banknote collection, and I was telling him about some of them, and he and the owner both asked a couple of questions, and I realized, you know, I was always so intimidated by this guy before, and he seems to know everything there is to know about coins and paper money and everything else. And I realized I knew what I was talking about too this time. They asked me a couple questions about my collection and whether I had any King George VI bills, and I said, the 1935s. I've got a 1, a 5, a 10, and a 20. I don't have any 2s or 50s or 100s, but 50s and 100s are expensive, and the 2s are, for whatever reason, very hard to come by in good condition. And they mentioned some of the other banknotes, like the $10 bill in the Scenes of Canada, and I pointed out that the picture on the back of it is actually of a chemical plant in the city of Sarnia, Ontario, which is where we live. And he didn't even know that. So I guess I'm more knowledgeable than I gave myself credit for, and he doesn't seem quite so intimidating anymore. So yeah, that was kind of where I was going with that story, and then for whatever reason never finished the story. So that was it. Just quick little conclusion there. I forgot to throw in when I was recording earlier. And it is absolutely beautiful. It's not flawless. It has one small fold, but it is very nearly uncirculated. It has one fold down the center of the bill, unfortunately. But because of that fold, I got a very good deal. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. And I know I've been keeping up with my videos, haven't been posting much, so I'm trying to get back to posting some more videos, even if it's just a quick one like this, telling you about one small purchase. But I'm gradually filling out my banknote collection, and that actually, I'm thinking that'll probably be my next video. Will probably be showing you my banknotes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry for rambling on a little bit there. And like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. Let me know if you have any ideas for things you'd like to see in other videos. And I will absolutely listen. I will absolutely reply to your comments. Thank you.